Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone. So today we will start with lesson 3. It's nothing different from the previous lessons. We are still going to talk about types of monarchies, but we will talk in more details about one type of monarchies. Can you guys guess which type are we going to talk about? We had either absolute monarchy or constitutional monarchy. Yes, correct. So we are going to talk about the constitutional monarchy. So start by reading the paragraph at the top. Several constitutional monarchies exist around the world. So there are many countries uh, that apply the constitutional monarchy, and these include European and Asian countries, not only specific in one continent or in one country. It's something that is worldwide, or it is adopted in many regions around the world. Countries which have a constitutional monarchy, let's start highlighting as we go. Get your pen or pencil and let's highlight together. Okay. These include European and Asian countries. Countries which have a constitutional monarchy can either have a constitution which grants particular powers to a monarch, or the country can have a monarch which has a ceremonial role only. Uh, the way to distinguish between those two, or to separate, a ceremonial just means um, a celebration, or just uh, something not really effective, or not really has powers or rights. It's just a look, it's just a name. So as for the other one, which grants particular power, the other one is just ceremonial, just for public display. All right. The first type of constitutional monarchy includes countries like Jordan. So now we have examples of constitutional monarchies: Jordan, Kuwait, Bahrain, and others. While the second type, which is a monarch that has a ceremonial role only: UK, Spain, Belgium, and Japan. So moving forward to the second paragraph, Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of the United Kingdom and other overseas territories. It is the oldest and longest. So let's highlight this information: oldest and longest reigning monarch in the world. As a monarch, she has official, diplomatic, and representational um, duties. So in constitutional monarch, we have two types that we talked about. Um, but an example of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of the UK, she has diplomatic and representational duties. Representational, which means um, uh, as a picture, or to just represent the country, not really take much decisions. But she as well have diplomatic duties, maybe to explain how the country situation is, or where does it stand in particular um, events. Moving to the second page, page 17, we are going to talk about countries or monarchs that are in Arab countries. For example, the first one, Bahrain. It is an island bordering Saudi Arabia. This is its geographical location. It is also a constitutional monarchy where the king responsible to appoint the government, and the country is ruled by Al Khalifa family. This is how the constitution is followed. The king is responsible, and the country is ruled by Al Khalifa family. Let's check other countries. Let's have Jordan. It is also a constitutional monarchy, but how different is the constitution? The king holds power in several aspects. He serves as the head of states and chooses the prime minister. This is his permissions or his powers, and the head of security. The Hashemite family rules in Jordan. Okay, so the king here has more freedom, has more power within um, the government. As um, Kuwait, or as for Kuwait, the state of Kuwait is a constitutional emirate. Let's see how different this one is. A country ruled by one holding the title Emir. It is considered amongst the freest countries. It is the freest country in the Middle East in terms of civil and political rights. So everyone is free. There is not much of bindings to the citizens. And a Sabah family rules Kuwait. Here are the name of the family. For example, Saudi Arabia is ruled by a Saud family. There's a question on the right side of the page. Choose one of the European constitutional monarchies and find information about their monarchs. So we will take one country from Europe. Um, let's say, for example, Switzerland or Italy or any country that is in Europe, and find the information about their monarchs. Is it following an absolute monarchy or a constitutional monarchy? Which type of constitution does it follow? All of these kinds of information. And maybe we can discuss it in class. Moving to the final page, 18, page 18. One of the few most uh, constitutional monarchies is Japan, most famous. How is it famous? Let's see. Japan's emperor is the head of state. So something similar like um, Jordan, the minister or the monarch is the head of state, and he has ceremonial duties which he has to represent the country in. A government runs the country under the framework of the constitution. So actually, the the emperor or the head of state, he doesn't have much power. The country is run by the government, probably ministers. The monarchy in Thailand has a monarch, which is a symbolic head of state. Symbolic, which means um, something not really has much power, all right? Just something visual. The government is headed by the prime minister and the National Assembly, which consists of 750 members. So it is type of, uh, let's go back to first lesson where we mentioned the types of democracy, right? It's it's a type of, it's a mix between oligarchy and indirect democracy, all right? Because there are few members representing different groups. So it is indirect democracy that the country is run by. So if a decision is made, first the 750 members have to vote from the National Assembly and the Prime Minister. Let's check the last country that we are going to talk about. Denmark in Europe is also a constitutional monarch, which or whose monarch is Queen Margrethe II. Margrethe II, the first female monarch in the kingdom's history. So there is a special information. In addition to Denmark, the kingdom includes Greenland and the Faroe Islands. So this country is run by a constitution and the Queen Margrethe II. We have a picture here of a map for Thailand, and we can see Bangkok, the DC, capital city, and the other countries in the region. That's it for today's lesson. So we just talked briefly about constitution monarch and a few examples, countries, and that's it. I hope that everything has been clear. As for page 19, this is homework that you should do at your home. After I check the answers, I will send you guys the key answers and you can complete if you did it. That will be it for today. Thank you and see you next time.